apparently Jenna Ortega's career and reputation is hurting right now. People don't make fan art of her, of the actress. They always make fan art about the Wednesday character she plays as, but not the actress herself. Simple fact. Exhibit A. The smoking thing. Yeah. Exhibit B. The very mature roles that she's been getting involved in, like Miller's Girl, Fallout, X, and the Scream franchise. Exhibit C. Trying to get creative control over her own career and getting executive producer credits. And changing lines on Wednesday, which she was not supposed to be doing. Exhibit D. Her social issue stance on the LGBTQ community. Exhibit E. This rumored thing with Elias Bender Ronenfeld. Exhibit F. Having a 2-year relationship. Deal breaker for me. And Exhibit G. Making a gay joke about herself with Gwendolyn Christie. And there are 3 more exhibits of why her reputation and career is like tanking. Exhibit H. The whole thing about like her and Emma Myers being rumored to be dating each other. I'll get into that later on. Exhibit I. Constantly whining, bitching, and complaining about oh, I'm so misunderstood. I'm so misunderstood. And relationships stress me out. And then like at some time after being spotted with Elias and being in his Mona Lisa music video. Exhibit J. Having a problem with grown men approaching her and misjudging grown men. Still to this day. And pretty much ruining her own reputation in her own career. And did she really think it was going to bowl over so well for her? From Exhibit A to Exhibit J. All 10 of these exhibits is why Jenna Ortega is not having very much fan art of the actress herself. Not the Wednesday character she plays as, but the actress herself. Her reputation and career isn't doing too well. She thought, oh, I'm 23, I can do whatever I want without consequences. Like, Where? I feel so gross. People prey on my downfall. Where? I'm so misunderstood. Where? I'm so misunderstood. I want to whine, cry, bitch, and complain about fame, stressing me out, being unhappy with fame. Where? Don't judge me, but I can judge you. Where? Did you really think playing the victim was gonna blow over so well for you, Jenna Ortega? You thought you could just do whatever you wanted and not pay 1 ounce of consequences for your actions and your choices and who you associate yourself with. That's why you don't got very much fan art of yourself personally. How is it that I got more fan art than you do, Jenna? Explain that, Jenna Ortega. Explain that I got more fan art than you do. Not this Wednesday character you play as, but you yourself personally. I'm just saying. You whined. You cried. You bitched and complained for 3 years in your childhood. And you bothered your mom to help you get famous. To let you act. She posted a video of you on Facebook. And then, you start going into those Hollywood rooms after a long time of auditions. And then you get like your foot in the door by doing auditions, getting rejected, and all of a sudden you end up doing commercials, and then auditioning later on, and then got on Disney of all things. But funny thing is, you claimed to love and respect You're stuck in the middle cast. But did you ever reach out to them? Did you ever reach out to any of the cast members to like check in on them? Did you? No, you didn't, Jenna. You're more concerned about the Wednesday cast than about the stuck in the middle cast, and you forgot the Jane the Virgin cast and the You cast. Not one of those casts outside of Wednesday did you ever reach out to ask, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? To check in on them. That's when you decided, oh, I'm going to do whatever I want, neglecting the 3 shows that got me to where I am. You threw Melissa Barrera under the bus. You didn't have her back. And you threw Ronnie Hawk under the bus. You did not have her back. And then you go and just say, oh, well, why don't I try to pretend to be highly principled by stabbing Ronnie Hawk in the back and stabbing Melissa Barrera in the back and being more focused on the Wednesday shit and having flops and yet pissing off Curry Barker, trying to ask for more money. And then linking up with Elias, which that was your big fuck up. Did you really think all of it was going to blow over so well for you? I have more fan art of me personally than you'll ever have in your entire life, Jenna. I have more fan art of me than you'll ever have personally of you your entire life. And I'm not even in those Hollywood rooms with you. You are a toxic, entitled, ungrateful 23-year-old brat. You cannot be getting by with this. You chose the fame path. You chose to bother your mom, Natalie, into helping you get famous. For 3 years, you bothered and badgered your mother into letting you act. Then you bitch and complain about, oh, fame is so stressful, fame is so stressful, fame is so stressful. Oh, I'm unhappy with the fame. Fans make me scared and nervous. You chose this life, Jenna. Your childhood dream of becoming famous? You chose this. And you yourself have the audacity to play the victim. That's a problem with you spoiled California kids. Be in a state where endless opportunities presents itself all in your face. And then you go and just cry, whine, bitch, and complain. And then you contemplate on giving up acting in your teens. You chose this path of acting. You chose to become an actress, Jenna Ortega. I better not hear you bitch and complain about living a life that most kids in the Midwest dream of. You have the kind of life that most kids in my state would kill for. You're ungrateful, Jenna. Ungrateful of the opportunity that you have. Most kids in the Midwest states, such as Indiana, where I'm from, some kids would be glad and thankful for the opportunity that you have. Not all of us grew up in the same state as you, where all the opportunities to make a name for yourself is all jumping out in your face. Some Midwest kids have to go through stage acting, building an online presence, doing student films, going to film festivals, and getting connected, and then going through small talent agencies to work themselves up to the big leagues. You, however, you just got lucky. And you're ungrateful and you try to throw all that shit away. for nothing. Stay in your lane as an actress, not as a producer. And do not be ungrateful for what the fuck the universe has given you. You ungrateful 23-year-old brat. A lot of the Midwest kids here in the Midwest would do anything to have the kind of career you have, Jenna Marie Ortega. I would have loved to have an acting career. I would have loved to have an acting career. And to get away from the Midwest that is financially struggling. California ain't financially struggling like the Midwest is. You are the most selfish, arrogant, entitled, toxic 23-year-old brat. Jenna Ortega. I got more fan art than you'll ever have in your entire life. While I'm building up my audience on social media, you condemned social media. You wouldn't be getting all of these movie deals if it wasn't for social media opening up those doors for you. I don't want to hear you bitch and complain about being misunderstood when you fail to understand the audience. So I don't want to hear you bitch or complain about fame being stressful. Have you tried growing up in a Midwest state such as Indiana? No, you haven't, Jenna. No, you haven't, Jenna Ortega. Living in the Midwest states that are financially struggling is a major fucking pain. It's a major pain. Major pain. Stressful as shit. And you have the audacity to complain about being a Hollywood superstar. You know nothing about struggles, and you know nothing about pain and stress and unhappiness. Try growing up in the Midwest with nothing to do, no available jobs, being kept out of 9-to-5 jobs as bad enough as it is. And then you have the audacity to complain. Without social media, you would have been nothing, Jenna. That Facebook post is what got you to where you are. I don't want to hear you talk shit about social media. Unless if you've been grinding your ass off to get to where you are by doing multiple videos on social media. I don't want to hear you bitch and complain about social media. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from you, Jenna Marie Ortega. You need to start showing some respect, reflect, and be more thoughtful and more remorseful for all that you have said and done. You are the most greedy and the most selfish and the most ungrateful excuse of a human being that you are, Jenna Marie Ortega. And trying to grow above being a people pleaser, that was also Exhibit L. Refusing to stay a people pleaser. You wouldn't get anywhere if it wasn't for social media, Jenna. That's how you got famous. You don't hear Dane Cook trashing on social media. He got famous off of MySpace. And he was more grateful for the opportunities he has as a celebrity and a comedian. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna have some Gen Z punk 23-year-old chump like you, Jenna, talk shit about social media. You know nothing about the hardships of social media until you've been grinding your ass off and having setback after setback on social media. You know nothing about their struggles. Nothing about their struggles. I've been grinding for a long time on social media. I've had setbacks. Setback after setback after setback after setback. And you have the audacity to criticize social media when you have not at all struggled to get a name for yourself to be made. You got famous off of one single Facebook video. And a friend of your mother discovered you. Got you in the door. Got you in front of auditions. Your mom driving you to auditions. And then you have the audacity to shit on social media. The one root of your fame. The one root of your global Hollywood superstar fame, and you shit on it. I don't hear you bitching about fame being so stressful. I got way more fan art of myself than you'll ever have, Jenna. I got way more fan art of me made, way more than you'll ever have made of you. Not this Wednesday character you play as, but you yourself. Sure, you may have like a few, but that's just about it. And your linking up with Elias had basically made you not worthy of the fame and the respect and love and admiration. And do you think the Palestinians would ever want somebody like you championing them after what the fuck you've been doing? You claim to be a human rights activist, but you misjudge people that crosses your path. That's all I gotta say about that. You, Jenna Ortega, you're fucking canceled. You're fucking canceled for that shit.